Hello, my name is Alun, and today I'm facilitating, I think it's session 5, I'm beginning to lose track, of an 8-session series of my own game, The Cluster, PbtA game of kind of space opera. Touchstones being, I guess, maybe the technology is Expanse-like, and the crew might be a found family like Firefly, if I was being pompous. This game was organized as part of the Open Hearth gaming community's monthly calendar. If you don't know about Open Hearth, then, or you've seen any of my previous actual plays, you will know that I will now say, if you don't know about the Open Hearth, please type Open Hearth Gaming Community into your search engine of choice and come find us and come play with us, because we want to encourage more people to get together across the world to play role-playing games. We think we've got quite a good table culture. You will be welcomed. So with that in mind, we've had a bit of a change of personnel. We've lost one player, we've gained a player, and we still have one player who, because of travel difficulty, is isolated on a different part of the planet from the one from which they have usually connected. So we are in the, I think a previously is probably required at this point. So previously on the cluster, the episode that we were embarked upon, started last time, is called the Gladius Survey. And the crew have taken a survey job on the planet Gladius in the Sword World system. Gladius is Gort's homeworld, but it is a harsh environment where never-ending conflict restricts progress. It's as much science fantasy as it is science fiction, or maybe even sword and sorcery. But it's also a place ravaged by nuclear war generations ago. And so much of the planet are hot rad zones. And that is why the cluster-wide authority, or what passes for the cluster-wide authority, the Ringate Authority, has posted the rad zones as do not trespass. So this is technically illegal, this survey. And that, it'll be worth a bit more money if they're lucky. Keel, Gort, Serena, and Jade, the 4 original crew members, made planetfall on the edge of a hot zone. And on their first reconnaissance walk out on day 1, Gort and Serena spotted a settlement. They approached that settlement and discovered that it was a settlement of mutants who, unlike Gort and other locals, are not blue-skinned. They are not rendered blue-skinned by a strange rites of passage that takes place as they reach maturity in the non-radiation parts of the planet where people can still live relatively unprotected. These mutants, it appears, were being preyed on, I think, by pirates, raiders of the clan. And despite being caught out a bit, Gort, Serena, Keel, and Jade, the crew, managed to set up a very secure kill box. Keel blew out a part of a canyon that the clan crew were using to access this point to take prisoners from the mutants. And then Gort and Serena set about them from cover, while Jade calmed the locals and provided a reserve force if that was necessary. And so all 9 members of the clan, these raiders and pirates, were taken down. And we left it with Gort and Serena heading towards the bodies in search of survivors to question. And I think probably Serena now disappears off screen and will disappear out of the series, perhaps to look after these mutants when you leave. Goes off to check with Jade that all is well back at the settlement, leaving Keel and Gort to approach. Now, what I want to do is a little bit of a kind of fiddle with Keel, because we did make use of Keel's expertise as an NPC last time because Tease couldn't make it. Um, uh, and I think it's fair to say that you aided and supported a crew member or spotlighted them. So I'm offering you an XP simply because you were an essential part of the kill box arrangement, that the ambush that Gort and Serena set up. Um, but as you approach the bodies, one of them, Rima, stands up. What's your pitch, Rima, at the point you stand up, having seen the people, the clan who captured you a month or so ago and forced you to join their ranks or die? You've been waiting for an opportunity to escape, and now it appears that your jailers have all been taken out. What, if anything, do you say, Rima, or do?
Who is in front of me?
Gort
Uh-huh.
and Keel.
Okay. I mean, I'm gonna take a breather just to like look around and be sure that what just happened happened. Um, and then I'm just gonna say, uh, I I well, I wasn't okay. Wow. I've been trying to get away from them. So wow, I appreciate the well, I mean, I guess you didn't know I was here, but the support nonetheless. So tell me, where y'all going after this?
Gort?
I'll sort of look at Keel and then I'll look at the person in front of me, and I'll say to him, I'll say, take it easy there, kid. Just tell us what you were doing with these bozos.
Okay, good point, good point. Just let me catch my breath. Okay, so, whew, well, what was I doing with them? They kind of like forced me to go with them. They had was- I was leaving the wow, okay, how do I put this? Let's just say I needed to get away from where, where my home world. Um, and an opportunity presented itself, but it turned out that well, they wanted another member of their sort of piratical whatever that they were doing. And so I couldn't get away from them. I mean, they were like, listen, it's either this or die. And I was like, well, I don't really want to die, as you can understand. But anyway, point is, it's been a few weeks. And yeah, what did I do for them? Everything. They wanted me to clean up. They wanted me to like, make sure the weapons were in order. I don't know. I mean, I did all kinds of random shit.
The hoodwink skivvy trick, seen it 100 times,
So you understand.
always works.
Well,
Always works.
it's a compelling argument, isn't it?
And I'll rub my hands and I'll say, would you believe it? We're just on the outlook for somebody new. It
Well,
works
I
every time.
I wouldn't necessarily
Every
believe
time.
it, but as long as your argument, as long as your pitch isn't the same as theirs was, like, I don't necessarily want to be tied down to y'all. I mean, you seem nice enough. I, you, I can't really tell. Ugh. Uh,
I was going to say that Gort is wearing a full set of power armor.
I was about to say, yeah, yeah.
I don't know if
That's
the
that's
mask
what
has come
that's what
up,
that
but
look was. I was looking at. I'm like, oh, I don't know.
yeah, he doesn't look any less intimidating when the face shield comes up, actually.
Oh,
Hmm.
hi, hey,
Tell you what, there, kid.
Y-
We'll give you a try. If you
yeah,
don't like what we're offering, we'll
yeah.
drop you off at the Ringgate Authority when we leave. If not, you're stuck in this red zone for
Yeah,
this
You
I
know,
strike.
mean, it
yeah.
has to be said, we are only sort of scraping by at the moment.
Oh, I
Uh,
see. Okay, okay.
so where everyone really has to pitch in.
No
Uh,
fancy rations then, huh?
Yeah, nothing
Things
fancy.
are on the up. That last pilot sucked. Systems were falling apart every time they flew. I've got a good feeling about this. Come
Okay.
on, kids. Keel.
All right. I
Yes.
got nothing better on my. Let me check my agenda. No, I'm good. Let's do this.
And at that point, both the shuttles that heralded the arrival of the clan scream away to the north.
Yes.
Um, now,
Gort, you were supposed to remember about them.
well, they are now on the other side of a rockfall that you created, Keel, so it was not going to be an easy walk.
Oh, okay.
But I think I can now fill in some details. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give Rima 2 XP. So down on the sheet,
Yeah.
I think, because I quite enjoyed that backstory and the way it played out. Down on row 63, under what says total, I should say total XP, but it doesn't, you don't have enough room. Never mind total. You can mark 2 of the 6 boxes. Okay. Just based on the experience to date. What I think Rima can tell the others is that those shuttles will not be heading to orbit. They will be heading about 200 clicks north to a fuel purification site that the clan is running. It's in a high rad area, and that's why they've been herding various local mutants there who are somewhat radiation resistant. And so they've got a work camp up there with mutants excavating irradiated materials from the wars that have ravaged this planet over the generations. And they've got a purification plant, which they are using to fuel and refuel ships. And one of the mysteries of the clan has always been, how are they able to operate across the cluster without using the Ringgate Authority's apparent monopoly of refueling stations? So that's that, I think, is the last bit of backstory from Rima at this point. I will be asking you, Rima, to tell us a bit about your society and your history since escaping or running or whatever else, at some point when it seems relevant. Yeah. But I think I'll let you settle in a bit before we try to flesh out that backstory. So I think that I'm seeing Serena has insisted, because Serena was haunted by the treatment of some family friends by the authoritarian regime that she had previously served, and she responded to that by always wanting to back the underdog, and now is insisting that she will stay at this settlement to ensure that this settlement is safe. Yeah, gives us a simple out for Serena, and maybe the actor got a better gig in a slightly higher level series somewhere. Always was in some kind of off-screen scandal, which means that the streamer had to insist. So so I'm seeing all of you back aboard the Razor's Edge. And I guess discussing, you have a survey to complete here in order to get paid, but there's the nagging worry about what's going to happen when those shuttles get back to that clan base.
Yeah, and I mean, we wouldn't be able to get back to our shuttle fast enough to chase them down.
No.
I imagine.
Well, I mean, I suppose it's conceivable. And sorry, when I say back to the ship, I mean back to the shuttle. So it's about an hour's kind of journey from you've put it down in a place where it should be very difficult to see from orbit. Gort, what are you thinking?
The previous pilot chose agility so we can't attack their shuttle with our shuttle. It's unarmed.
Yeah.
So that reduces our ability. But two things. I'll turn to Rima and say, Kid, do you mind the nickname Kid?
We'll work on this. It's fine for now.
Kid it is until something better comes up.
Exactly.
And I've spent a long distance being pursued. I think it's time we turn the table around and pursue these bozos to that work camp.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on board. Let's do it.
Keel?
Look, I have to admit, I'm a bit nervous. I totally understand why we would want to, but we've got no guns on the shuttle. This, we were lucky that we had that canyon to catch these guys this time. We'll be going into them. I mean, they probably won't be expecting us to chase them, but that's going to be their home territory. Although I guess Rima, you know the layout, so you can fill us in on that.
Did you not see the pile of dead raiders with a couple of dead raiders on top that I created? It was a phenomenal pile.
Did you see the big pile of rubble that I put just behind them?
Okay. While y'all are sort of measuring piles and who has the bigger pile, I noticed there's a pack over here at that seems to be, and I'm just gonna take this and I'm rifling through it. I'm like, look, I've got a drone, and I just like list off a bunch of things that I've got. Yeah, it's not. I mean, we're not talking heavy machinery here, but I do have some armor and whatnot, a blade, pistol. Let's see. Yeah. So what I would say that we're not completely without options here.
Actually, Rima.
Yes.
Rima.
That's right. That's how
getting
did you
used
know?
to. Actually, you've just made me think. Maybe because these unfortunates before us have a whole bunch of gear.
Yeah.
If we could get some of the peeps from the settlement to come and help us, that would be like a few more hands, right?
That's even better.
We've got weapons that they can use. So
amazing.
I mean, I'll tell you now that NPCs are never going to solve your problem.
No. I'm just trying to, allay my own fears.
And you also have a challenge in as much as your shuttle is not enormous.
No, yes.
We don't need them to come with us.
Two of the hunters.
And my guess is that Serena
they can at least defend themselves.
Well, my guess is that Serena has already stripped the bodies of anything vaguely defensible and is now training the mutants in the use of the technology.
All right, let's
her militia training as part of the directorate would play well there.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's go survey. Let's see what we're up against.
Reconnoiter there or survey here.
Oh, I see.
We're on a survey
I want to make
here.
some money as well, right? But the thing is, if we survey here, they're going to come and take us, right? We need to jump on them before they jump on us, which sounds a lot like anyway.
Yeah. Somebody's jumping on somebody.
I mean, Rima, I think it's fair to say that these are a rough bunch, and losing 9 people is not going to make them just sit quietly.
No, they left. That suggests they're going to go get more people. Just to be clear about this, there are more people for them to get.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
So I've already come up with 2 outstanding ideas.
Oh, that's twice as many as me, so good job.
Okay. An attack on them at night from a recce. I think that's one option. Guns are blazing. Or we've got quite a bit of hidden equipment Rima could bring us in as prisoners, and we
Hmm.
fight from the inside out.
With the crowd.
Interesting.
Interesting.
The
All right.
old get yourself captured
Yeah.
and then work from there.
Mm.
Wow.
Well,
And-
okay, that's an interesting notion, but how do I put this delicately? Gort, you're gonna have to be unconscious for that to be believable.
All right. Can we? I'm imagining that we're having this conversation now as we're flying. Going back to the shuttle and flying. Towards the place. And another option would be, like, I think we all feel fairly confident that they're going to go on and leave to attack the settlement where Serena is training everyone up to defend. That's going to reduce their numbers at their settlement significantly. So, that's going to split their numbers. If we attack at that point, they might get a call. Well, we'll probably get a call saying, "Hey, come back, we're under attack." But we could have taken some people out then before the reinforcements arrive.
What are we thinking? We've got a couple of options here. The straightforward, go in guns blazing. The let's wait until we see shuttles heading south, and use Serena and the settlement as a tethered goat, or let's have Rima take us in as prisoners. I don't know. I mean, you haven't. Have you got any hidden equipment, Gort?
Half my equipment's hidden. Kevlar vest, hidden.
Okay.
Blade. Pistol.
The problem is that Gort himself isn't hidden.
But I am local.
Yeah, right.
He is local.
I am local. So it would come over that, I'm just a captured local that's strayed into the rat zone. Once I strip off the power arm and the rifle, I don't look very techie.
Techie isn't the concern. I'm thinking more intimidating.
But there's lots of blue people on this planet. This is the blue person planet.
It is. It is.
Got it.
And you don't survive long here unless you've got something about you.
Something gravitas.
A certain something. So look,
okay.
Rima, you are the only person around the table with a move that might end up playing a part here, which is the tactician career move plan. So I'm going to throw the ball at you in terms of which of the three approaches I've heard are you going to, because you have the expertise when push comes to shove. So I'm going to put it down to you to make a decision. Is it straightforward assault, guns blazing, go in, free the prisoners, kill some bad guys, or shift the shuttle nearer to their base, wait until you see two shuttles heading south, so Serena and the settlement get attacked, and then assault the presumably weakened base, or three, take these two in as supposed prisoners, and work from there. That's the three options I've heard, and you are going to have to actually make the plan at the end. So it's partly about the plan. So it's partly about which one of those you want to be detailing some planning about.
All right. Well, in that case, let's go for the stealthy option. Let's go for taking you two in as my prisoners. And as for what happens after that, we'll see what opportunities present themselves.
Exactly. And I before you get too far into this, I do need to point out there's a difference between hidden and stealthed.
Tell me
hidden
more.
is something that will only be found with a detailed search.
Okay.
Stealthed is something that doesn't set off electronic sensors.
Okay, well then this is full of lies then. Point is, I want to roll shady.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Um,
it's full of lies. I mean, it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
It's
it is. It
definitely a
is. It is.
shady plan.
It's definitely going to be a shady. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. There's no question about that.
yeah.
This is
But I
definitely a
understand the
stealth,
meaning of
distraction, or
stealth is
lies.
something different. Okay, got it.
But I just want to point out, in terms of equipment tags, hidden and stealth means different things. Um, so um, I'm imagining. So I mean, really, this is about putting the shuttle down on the shuttle pad in the base, just an entirely open kind of. Everything's going to be fine. Don't worry. It's Rima. I survived, and I've taken them prisoner. Um, don't shoot
Wait,
me as I come in.
we're taking out our shuttle, or
They're
we're
two shuttles headed north. Your shuttle, you have now captured
so I've stolen the shuttle as well.
their shuttle and have two prisoners.
Nice. Moving up in the world.
And if this goes off, you could expect some quality change in your position. So,
I
um,
I think we would still be better pulling up short and getting taken in on foot.
I think the difficulty is that when they've arrived back and they've said, we went to that settlement 200 clicks away,
Mhm.
and there was a takedown. We got the shuttles out, but we've lost, everyone who was with it. It's going to take quite a long time for you to have walked there.
Yeah.
Pterodactyl riding?
I was going to say, do we have anything in between?
Not really, no.
No?
I guess Gort could seek to demonstrate his local pterodactyl riding skills, man and boy. It's. I'm just looking at soldier and
way too much
scoundrel.
complexity. We've got to find a pterodactyl. No, we'll go with the yeah.
The straightforward land in the middle of the base. So what I'm imagining is somebody with a decent level of finesse, which is probably now Gort, piloting the shuttle to the coordinates that Rima has provided. And I suppose, Rima, we need to know about the plan now. Yeah. Now, the way the plan works is that you are going to roll plus shady.
Yeah.
And if you succeed, you are going to offer two people involved in the plan an advantage to do something. And the kinds of things you can do is, for instance, reach a particular location or position. So it could be that your objective is to get Keel and Gort into the lockup, but with advantage to get out.
Yes.
You with me?
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
I don't think I've ever seen plan used in this way before. But the first question I'm going to ask is, how do you convince them when they come on the radio, Rima, that that everything's fine? I've got two prisoners. Don't shoot at me. What do I hear you saying when you get a challenge? Unknown shuttle, unknown shuttle.
No, this is Chance. I was in the the previous shuttle was like what, shot down or something?
No, it was it was carrying the party of the clan to go and take some mutant prisoners,
Yeah.
and both those shuttles escaped.
Oh, so how did I get away?
Oh, because you were a part of the group that was caught in the kill box. Everybody else, all the rest of the pirate and raiders were
Right.
killed. You are
Right.
the only survivor.
Okay, yeah. So no, this is Chance. I survived the attack. On the others, I have two prisoners here with me. I need to to well, honestly, need to bring them in.
Well then, let's see. I'm going to use convince or compel here. The basic move. It's on the moves tab. When you
Okay.
want an NPC to cooperate, say what you want them to do and describe your approach. Well, the sense I get is that you want to be welcomed home like a hero.
At the very least, welcomed home. Yes.
Um, and this is distinctly deceiving and misleading.
Yes.
So once you're on the ground, then we'll see the plan and unravel, not unravel, unroll before us like some vast and glorious tapestry.
Amazing.
So deceive or mislead, roll plus shady.
Okay.
I don't know if you're familiar with this dice roller. You just pick a couple of dice off the bottom and then click the roll button. And sometimes it behaves itself.
Got a new one, haven't we?
Yes. This is the triple B.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
Good
okay.
start.
We got a 9.
And what's your shady?
Oh, right. 9 plus 2. 11.
11. Okay. This is picking up where my last game left off. 7 plus. They'll either do what you want, so long as it won't put them at risk of physical, emotional, or social harm. I think they will do that. 10 plus. They'll do it and even accept some personal risk. And the radio operator says, Chance, we thought you'd been killed with the rest of them. This is Mouse. This is Mouse. I'm so pleased to hear you back.
Oh, Mouse. Yes. Thank you. Likewise.
And you got prisoners?
Yeah, 2 of them.
Gee,
One of them. Yeah. One of
wait
them
till
is
I
a
tell the
local.
chief.
Please do.
And so I think that when you put the shuttle down on one of the pads at this base, it looks fairly permanent. I think that the structures are prefabricated, but it has the look of a base that's been here for some time. And the principal kind of structure you can see seems to be some kind of refinery structure. And out of that refinery is being fed by a conveyor belt coming out of a great kind of hole in the ground that is sloping away towards a hot zone about a mile away, which presumably is where these poor mutants are slaving away extracting irradiated materials. Yeah. So you put down on a pad nearby the habitation modules that are set up for the clan. And there's clearly some something's been going on. The sense you get is that the 2 shuttles were being loaded for bear. And we're all set to head south. But then a burly, one-eyed pirate kind of stomps up to you. Give me a name for the chief, the boss.
Franz.
Franz. He kind of scarred one eye, and he stomps up to you and he says, "Newbie, we thought you were dead."
As you can see, I'm not. What can I tell you?
And he looks at Gort and Kyle. Do you want to mark what you've carried from the ship, Gort and Kyle?
Yeah, I meant to do that. Sorry.
And at the same time, do you want to mark what you've got on you of the stuff that we discovered was in your personal rucksack, Rima?
Yes. Just a second. What? 2. Okay, done.
Yeah. So your improvised armor, your heavy blade, and your auto pistol, close hidden suppressive fire. Multi-tool is what Keel has got. And again, improvised protection in the form of some armor. Not a great deal there, it seems to me. You're not taking a reminder of home.
I mean, I'm guessing that I will because I can't take anything else.
No, exactly. Anything else is going to be confiscated. So, and underneath Gort's kind of jumpsuit is that that Kevlar vest. It's in need of repair, so it's not as protective as it might be. The stealth pistol and your fake credentials. Yes, fine. That all works. And two goons approach each of Keel and Gort and start patting you down. And I think probably they strip off that improvised armor of Keel's because it's neither stealthed nor hidden.
Yeah, but it's so improvised, you can't tell that it's armor. It's just
Yeah,
like
well, yeah,
rubbish.
and that would be true if it had the hidden tag, wouldn't it? And that multi-tool, they're going to strip that away as well, leaving you your reminder of home.
Well, I'm glad they left me with that.
Exactly so. And Gort, they pat you down. The Kevlar vest doesn't show up on that pat down. Fake credentials don't crop up, but they are going to find that pistol because it's a literal search. You're patted down, and you're left with what you've got. And the boss says, "You come and have a drink with me, Rima," which is the first time he's used your name in the month you've been here. He's always called you newbie. While Keel and Gort are led off to secure accommodation, pending being sent into the mines to die of irradiation while they dig radiation rich, isotope rich leftovers out of the ground. So at this point, Rima, I think we need to know the plan. Yeah. So I think probably the way to work through this is to literally read our way through the move. When you name the crew, which can include you, involved in the plan, you've agreed with the GM, which is that you want to, I've got this broad idea, get them on the inside, and then they can, events will take its course. Yeah. You've agreed to GM. Describe what you hope will happen if the plan mostly relies on, in this case, stealth, distraction, or lies. Roll plus shady. So I know that you are expecting these two to escape from their confinement and be at some degree of liberty inside the pirate base, and it may be that you get to run some interference while they do whatever we are expecting them to do with a couple of rocks and a spanner. So let's have you roll plus shady, please, Rima.
Okay.
I tell you what, I am going to give you advantage on this because it does seem to me that your convincing of them on arrival means that there is no suspicion at play here. So you can roll 3 dice, select the top 2, and add shady to it.
Oh, I like that. All right. So 6 and 3, 9, so 11 again.
I might as well go home now. So on 7+, say how your plan puts the named crew at advantage when they take action. So I think that the objective was to reach a particular location or position. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to leave it to them whether this is about getting to that location or getting free before they get to that location with advantage. They're sitting on advantage as they are marched into confinement.
Well, can it be 2 of those? In other words,
each of them can have that, absolutely. So you're allowed to do that for 2, but on a 10+, pick a third action that's going to be advantaged. Now, this could be something one of those bullet points, release those bullet points that you get to do at advantage,
Mhm.
because you're running interference. I don't know.
Okay. So the first two actions are the first action is, let's say, Gort escape,
Gort is going to have advantage to do something in a moment.
which okay, yeah. And
Yeah.
then
And the
okay.
second one is going to be an advantage for Keel to do something shortly.
Amazing. Okay.
Yeah.
Then
The
yeah,
10 plus gives you a third one to play with.
right. And I guess that one, honestly, if I can successfully distract the chief and not just distract him from seeing anything, but in fact distract him from giving the order for those shuttles to take off.
Yeah. I think that distraction, he's going to be occupied.
Yeah.
And I think that probably turns into reduce the target's capacity to cause stress. So
Yeah.
the chance of pirates cottoning on to this and taking that out of the hides of either Keel and or Gort, it looks like you're going to get away with that. We'll find out whether you do, because you'll have to roll with advantage to do it. But let's see. Gort and Keel, you're being marched to confinement. Yeah, you're unarmed. You're helpless to all intents and purposes. And there are two guards marching you off, just pushing you ahead. Do you wait until you're going to be locked up and use the advantage to get out, or do you want to use the advantage now?
Tell us a bit about the two guards.
What do you want to know?
Any of them sword wielders?
That's an interesting question.
Two guards, 50-50?
Yeah, I mean, if you would like one of them to be a sword wielder, I'm prepared to go with that.
Okay. So I like the advantage a bit later because it's a damn good advantage. I think I could pull something here. I'm going to sort of whisper to Keel saying, start acting sick. Drop to your knees. Act very sick.
Sure.
Okay. So
Yep.
you drop to your knees. I'm not going to make you roll yet because I don't know where this is going.
You failed to drop to your knees.
Exactly. I suppose what I'm curious
These are
about.
solid.
I'm curious, Gort. What are you hoping they're going to do?
Well, they're clearly going to be what's going on here.
Yes.
And I'm going to lay it on thick with the sword wielder that this guy, he's an off-worlder. He's got 0 radiation resistance. He's clearly suffering. He needs to get to sick bay or he's going to die.
Okay, that sounds like convince, compel.
I'm going to use my fake ID and exploit him. I'm going to
Okay.
say, I'm going to say I'm. Do you know who I am? I'm Gort, son of Jort. And here is my clan proof. My false ID in this situation is sort of a necklace totem thing.
Yeah. Okay.
We are not deceivers. We never lie.
Okay. I didn't see this coming, so it's my fault that I'm going to give you a choice. Really, are you going shady or finesse here?
I don't think the guy's 100% trusted me.
No, fair enough.
He doesn't really know me, so it sounds shady-ish.
So the ID creates fictional positioning. You've got the advantage that Rima has set up for you, so you can use that advantage now or sit on it. Not much longer, it must be said.
I could stress the fake ID to get an advantage on that, couldn't I?
You could.
I will stress the fake ID to get an advantage using that.
Okay. 3 dice, take the top 2, add shady. Oh my goodness me, 3 6s. Which one will you drop?
I'll drop the 6, please.
Okay. It's not often you find yourself saying that, is it? So that's a 10 plus on the scoundrel move. And it's 7+. You succeed. You take what you set out to take. And the options are life or confidence, a secret or a possession, or something else the GM agrees is possible.
I think it's confidence that this guy's sick and not to the barracks, to the sick bay is where we should be going.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. And so he and the other guard pick up Keel. Oh no, I think that the sword wielder gets the other guy and you to pick up Keel and diverts towards the sick bay. Okay. Still got the plan advantage in your pocket, but as time goes on, the fictional position for that advantage gets more and more tenuous. Rima, let me come to you.
Yes.
Boss Franz takes you away, puts his arm around you and leading you away. And he calls a couple of people over. He says, come on, we'll celebrate Rima. And don't let me hear anybody calling her newbie anymore. This is Rima. You've done well, Rima. You've done well. Not just the prisoners. I mean, people, they come, they go. But the shuttle, the clan will be pleased with you.
Amazing. Good to hear.
And he takes you into his quarters, quite a large space. Half a dozen of his more senior kind of friends and accomplices join you for a drink. Now, what are we seeing you doing here?
So basically, I would see how long the drink and catch up as to how exactly this happened, tell the story of etc. Right? And I would stretch that out as long as I could with, the details about what's on the shuttle and this, that, and the other thing. And then I would sort of, I think the next sort of, once that energy fizzles, I would like shift it towards tell me about they'll have some, laid out battle plan or whatever. And I'm like, well, walk me through it. Maybe I could give you,
I mean,
saw something there that you need to know or whatever.
Well, and I think they're interested in knowing, is it just these two who took everybody out? I mean, that seems remarkable, and surprising. And is job done now? We got the shuttle, we've got the crew, free and clear. We'd have to worry about them again. Is that what you're spinning them?
Yes, but I think I would know that I was leaving out the bit about what did they call her? Serena?
Yeah. I'm assuming you left that out.
Yeah.
And likewise, Jade, who we're going to leave back at the settlement, I think, rather than clutter up our.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think this is partially intentional and partially just these are all a bunch of names I don't know and whatever, right? But there is information that I am withholding.
Of course. So I think the question now becomes this distraction, this keeping them occupied, keeping them drinking. How well does that go? So I think unless you've got a move that you think does this job, I think it's convince or compel. And it seems to me this could be your charm, roll plus sincere, or your selective use of the truth, roll plus shady.
Or drinking them under the table,
roll plus force.
My shady's better though.
Yeah.
But I hear you. I like that. I do.
And the end result may be the same, that the way this distraction is going to work is that the top echelons of leadership are not going to be terribly effective for some little time.
That's what I want. And I get to roll this with advantage, yes?
You do, because this is part of the plan.
The cat.
3 dice, take the top 2, add shady.
Add shady. I'm liking the shady. Okay. So I'll go with the 5 and the 2.
Plus shady at 2 is 9, I think.
That's right.
They'll do what you say. So yeah, I think that you are drinking them under the table. How do we see that you're not drinking everything that they're putting in front of you? What's
I
the
mean,
sleight of hand that's going on here?
think Klingons here. I'm making a mess. So, like, yeah, yeah, whatever.
And half the
And there's
bit, yeah.
Flash, right? Yeah. Just it's
Okay,
hilarious.
okay. But then 7 to 9, you'll need
Yeah.
to do something before they agree, such as sweeten the deal with cred. Well, I don't think this is about bribing them. Sweat enough to take one emotional stress. Um, Demonstrate any threat you've made is serious. Substantiate your lie. Um, or accept that their cooperation comes at some other cost that I will tell you.
Huh. Interesting. So tell me about this cred business. What is cred?
I don't think cred's going to play here because it's not like you're having to buy them drinks.
That's true.
Cred is your disposable income, if you like.
All right. Well, without fully understanding the mechanic, I'm gonna go with sweat enough to take one emotional stress. Because that makes sense. This
that
is
does make sense.
stressful.
This is exactly. So
And
I think
and as much as you're splashing stuff everywhere, you are still drinking quite a lot as well.
Yes, exactly. Right.
So you will find a stress track down on row 29. There are 3 boxes in that stress track.
Okay. Yep.
Once you've filled all 3, the next stress will leave you, inverted commas, wounded.
Okay.
So 1 tick in a box. So that's going on. And then Gort and Kyle, we come back to you arriving at what passes for their sick bay. And it must be said, this is pretty grubby, pretty rusty. This is raiders and pirates, not nice white walls and overalls. So Kyle, what are you thinking? Where does the plan go from here?
I mean,
time out.
A break.
Sorry, it's a minute past. Yeah, well spotted. Right. Yeah, let's take first break. Shall we go to 10 past? So I got time to think about where I think I'm going.
Sure.
Okay.
Yep.
Back in our seats at 10 past.
Space. One very quick moment. There are check boxes next to each of the attributes. Line 12.
Well remembered.
Line 12. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me.
So every time you use one of those, you check the box, and when you've ticked all the boxes, you get 1 XP. So you've definitely used Shady.
Oh.
So you should tick that. Yep. I don't know that you've used
there's a benefit to using the other ones. That's
there
right.
is.
Yeah. So I'm sitting there on my negative
desperately
1 for
looking
Shady,
for
going
a Shady -1 to come off. Okay.
Cool.
Back in our seats at 10 past the hour. See you then.
Yep.
So we come back to Rima is keeping the leadership of the clan base busy, distracted. Gort and Kyle have been taken to the sick bay where Kyle is, because Kyle is playing sick. Gort and the non-Gladite are kind of carrying the limp Kyle. And the Gladite is carrying the sack in which your confiscated equipment sits.
Should have brought a pistol. So what I was thinking was, when we come into the med bay, that Gort lets go of me when I'm in an opportune position to grab the medical instrument of choice.
Okay.
From a table somewhere, which I can then use to slash at the guy who is holding on to me.
Okay. So I think when you arrive in this what passes for a medical facility, the Gladite says, Doc, this one seems not to have much time left. It looks like he's already got rat poisoning. And a one-legged, peg-legged individual turns around towards you with an artificial limb, and you can see that he has a tray of instruments next to this grubby bunk that look, it must be said, more like the implements of a butcher than that of a surgeon. And he says, why have you bring him to me? Just put him in the dump. And the guy says, oh, well, this Gladite came in as well. And he's one of my people and stuff. So I thought we could at least try. So that's where the conversation gets to. Is that when Gort kind of lets you fall against the tray of instruments?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think that this is probably, unless you've got something that might work here, I think this is take the risk, because this is quite a risky operation. You want to grab a blade and go at somebody with it. Yeah.
It definitely. I mean, it sounds a bit shady as well. I don't know.
Oh yeah, maybe it is deception, misdirection, or stealth. Yeah, I'll go with that. It's either finesse or shady.
Well, it's definitely shady then.
There is that advantage.
I know.
This is where the advantage kicks in. Yeah, because it's all part of the plan.
All
right.
Part of the plan.
We'll flash back to sitting around the table in the shuttle where Rima is saying, "Okay, look, once you've got to the sick bay, there's plenty of stuff there you can use as a weapon. That should mean that you'll have no trouble subduing whoever gets you there."
Yeah, you just break in with one of those heist sequences,
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. Okie dokie. So I'm gonna roll a best of 3. Which is 10 minus 1, 9.
9.
Very
and
reasonable.
Shady helps. Finally, you mark Shady. Clear them and give yourself an XP. So on a 7+, you achieve your success, yes. At 10+, how you end the move in a position which may grant you advantage if you can exploit it. So you have a knife. How are you advantaged?
I'm only 9. I rolled a 10 minus 1.
Oh, minus. Right. Okay. So you have got a knife. Yeah. Gort, this happens. The doc and the other guy who is helping carrying Keel are kind of off balance because of this. The Gladite is just standing there looking. What do you do, Gort?
I think throat punch to the guy that brought us in, the non-Gladite.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, okay. So that is when violence erupts. Oh, no, you've got your take them out, haven't you?
I've got take them out, yes.
You have your career move as a soldier. So, up close and personal, roll plus force, but I noticed that you achieved an improvement last time, which was martial artist. You can use finesse instead. Yeah.
So basically, I roll finesse or finesse.
You do. Just as well. That's where you put your +2.
Yes. In hindsight, I should have put the -1 into force, but that's planning, isn't it? And I'm not too good at that.
Oh, you got another one to roll, but I don't think you need bother because that's a pair of 6s.
What? What has happened to this dice roller, Alan?
I might as well just pack up my caravan and go home now. And I moved to this one because the other one was doing the same to me.
We did have a lot of bad rolls last week.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. You did. So maybe just stuff is happening. So take them out. Apply impact as established. So impact for you using brawling, you disadvantage this guy. But then on a 10+, you choose to either apply impact established to another nearby target or grant advantage to any 2 allies in the scene. Well, you've only got 1 ally in the scene, the other one is you. So this could be that you come away from this. This guy is disadvantaged, which puts you at advantage.
And so I can apply it to another NPC, yeah?
Yeah.
So let's leg sweep the one-legged doctor and have him disadvantaged.
Horrible.
Okay. So you've applied disadvantage to both of them. The Gladite drops the bag of your gear and goes for his weapon. Keel, what do? You bumped into them, caused a confusion. You've grabbed a weapon from the tray of surgical instruments, and they are sprawled on the floor next to you. What do you do?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just spinning around and trying to, take out this guy with my improvised scalpel, or whatever it
Well,
is.
yeah, or butchery knife, as the
Yeah,
boning knife, as the case may be. Okay, so for you, violence does indeed erupt. Uh, when violence erupts, I think up close and personal is roll plus force.
it is. Okay, good, which is flat. So let's see how that goes.
So a 10 then. Okay, a
10.
10. Okay, I
Okay,
see that.
Wow.
take that.
Yeah.
So these are nameless NPCs. Um, they're already disadvantaged by what Gort has done. And the way this system deals with NPCs is once they're disadvantaged, the next success takes them out. So you take one of them out, and on a 10 plus, the scale of your attack is increased by 1, and the impact as established may therefore also increase. Doesn't make much difference, to be honest. You take one of them out, the other one is still disadvantaged. Yeah? Which one do you take out, the doc or the other guy who was helping to carry you? The
No, the guy
non-Gladius.
who was helping carry me. Like I'm imagining, he was still holding on to me, so I knew exactly where he was when I turned around.
Okay. Gort, the Gladite has gone for his weapon. What do you do?
Let's whack him a good one.
So throat punch again.
Yep.
Okay, so this is your take them out. Roll plus force, or in your case, finesse.
7, 8, 9.
Only 9. It feels like a failure for where I'm sitting. So on a 7 plus, you disadvantage him. That's the way you attack a nameless NPC. 7 to 9, the GM picks one cost of your success. If they were unnamed, you and an item of relevant gear share 1 stress per NPC. So there's 1 NPC. Do you want to stress a piece of your gear? I'm not sure you have any gear that is unstressed at the moment. So you take some stress. As he goes to get a gun on you, you attack him, knock him off balance, but you take a clout on the head from the butt of the gun. Okay?
Yeah, I'll take.
Rima,
Hmm.
the party is kind of really going now, and to be honest, it might be that no one would notice if you left.
Amazing.
Oh, that's possible at least.
Possible. Yeah. I gotta go to the bathroom anyway.
Okay.
You know? I
Yeah, yeah,
mean,
yeah. I don't think you even need to roll for that. That seems to me to be a perfectly
one and a
reasonable
half to the wind, and
thing for
I'm
you to do. What I suppose I will be interested in
yeah,
is shortly we may roll to see if they notice you haven't come back.
great.
So what's the plan has kind of run its course now. We're now kind of
Roll that.
operating beyond the edge of the plan.
Aren't we always?
What do you do, Rima?
Okay, so yeah, I have I'm hoping that it has been plenty of time. Because I don't think there's any particular way that I would know unless I could see out a window or something. Um, so my plan is to, yeah, I mean, I really do actually have to go to the bathroom. So I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and then from there, I'm going to go and find mm these
I
new.
mean, I suppose we didn't flesh out your objective here. Is the objective to free mutant prisoners? Is the objective to destroy the refueling purification plant? I'm I
I
suppose,
think
Rima, I'm now asking you,
yeah,
what is the overall objective now that we've reached the edge of the kind of we're in and we're doing stuff?
yeah, and okay, well then I think our objective ought to be to infiltrate. So in other words, we're going to get away from our various and sundry whatever we were doing and then go hide and figure out from there how we can either, I don't know, Can we do damage to this base? Ideally, can we do damage to the shuttles before they take off?
You have an engineer with an interesting career move called
Oh,
make or break.
hey,
So
good
Keel is
news.
certainly capable of disabling a shuttle with luck and a following wind.
Hell yeah. So we would have discussed this on our way over, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
okay. So is your objective to go and find Gort and Keel?
Yes.
Okay,
100%
okay. And if the plan has gone to plan, they should be in or around
that
the
way.
med bay.
Yeah.
But-
The med
Yeah,
bay.
okay. So that's where you're heading.
Yeah.
Gort, you've disadvantaged our Gladite. Keel, you've taken out the non-Gladite. The Doc is kind of pushing himself away from you, reaching for a kind of shotgun that's just over there on a table. What do you do, Keel?
I'm gonna kick his arm so he can't get to the shotgun.
Okay, so he is disadvantaged. You have advantage for when violence erupts. Violence erupts. Let's you do roll plus. This time I think it is force. I'm afraid
Yeah.
it's force or finesse. I'll give you a choice.
Well, then I'll do it with finesse.
Okay, so it's your agility. So this literally is, kind of, literally kicking him rather than kind of getting up and dragging him away. Go for it.
Oh yeah, my finesse is 0 as well. Look at that. So you said advantage, didn't you?
I did.
So
I
it's
did.
8.
So that's 8. Okay. On an 8, you take him out. 7 to 9. You suffer stress as established. You cause undesirable collateral damage to someone or something. The nature of the threat changes and or they are reinforced. You are left disadvantaged. I think the nature of their threat changes as a door opens and says, "What's that noise, Doc?"
Mm.
Gort. He's down but not out.
He's disadvantaged, isn't he?
He is.
Yes. Let's take him out.
But the door has just come open and a pirate is surveying the carnage.
Is it a nice looking pirate or a nasty looking pirate?
I think that when he sees what's happening here, you can assume he will be a nasty pirate.
Okay.
And how far away am I?
Well, I think perhaps depending on what happens next, we might find that out.
Very well. I will leap like a springing pterodactyl and attack this one in the door while the other guy's still floundering around. If you do nothing to them, well, it's a great system because they can't do anything.
Well, they can. You still get to roll, but you can't do any harm on them. So yeah, let's have you leap at him then. This sounds like agility, so this is finesse to me.
Yeah.
Go for it. When violence erupts with finesse, he's not at disadvantage, which is, that's a change.
11.
Who cares if he's at disadvantage?
Nice.
So what do you do? Is this a kind of leaping style Jackie Chan foot to the neck and
wrap my thighs round his neck, drop to the ground, and choke him out.
So he is disadvantaged. Fine. Then the Gladite, kind of seeing this happening on the floor, he was going for his weapon. He shoots in your direction, Gort. Now, if they attack you by surprise, don't roll, just take stress as established. So don't roll, just take stress as established. For that kind of pistol, can I remember what the stress as established is? It is.
Why am I not actually taking any of these people out?
Because disadvantage the first time, second time takes them out.
Oh,
Yeah, didn't we take out
If you're using guns, it gets a bit quicker with nameless ones. Okay. So firearms, 3 stress. You've got some protection under that jumpsuit, haven't you?
Yes,
Okay, so that's 2
but
stress.
it is no. It's already stressed.
That doesn't matter. That's
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So 2 stress gets through.
But
you're
he's still
looking-
disadvantaged.
He's still disadvantaged. Absolutely. Keel. The Gladite's got a gun and has just fired at Gort, who's sitting atop this this new arrival. What do you do?
The Gladite with the gun
Mm-hmm.
is still at disadvantage.
Yes.
Okay. So Keel grabs the shotgun that the doctor was going for
Okay.
and rams the butt into the Gladite to knock him out.
Okay. That seems to me probably, I think that is force.
And this is where it all starts to unravel.
You've got 3 dice. You'll be fine.
Oh, no, yeah, because he's at disadvantage.
He's at
All right, okay.
disadvantage, yeah.
Here we go. Oh, look at that. Finally, 5.
5. Okay. The dice roller does work. They don't suffer any impact. You suffer stress as established. You're going to take 3 stress.
Okay. Did I manage to grab the shotgun though?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But he rolls to one side, you hit the ground, and he shoots you. Rima, you hear the shots upstairs in this unit.
Yeah.
Where you were heading. And so I'm guessing we see you racing up the stairs to see what's going on. And when you burst into the room, that is the scene of carnage that you find yourself. There's a pirate, a blue-skinned pirate, kind of propping himself up just in front of you, and he's just shot Keel, who was trying to club him with a shotgun. Gort is over there nursing a wound, but has another pirate down. What do you do?
Boot to the face, man.
Roll plus force.
Yes. If I recall correctly.
The Gladite is at disadvantage, so you get to roll with advantage.
Oh, how convenient is that? Oops. How do I clear this? I just made a mistake. There we go. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and I don't have anything for force. Ooh.
8.
Wow.
I think take the win.
Yeah, I'll take it.
You take him out by kicking him in the head.
Yeah.
On 79, the GM describes the cost of your success. You cause undesirable collateral damage or someone or something. Yeah, his head bounces off the alarm.
It does.
And so there's a whoop, 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 whoop. He's hit the fire alarm.
Okay, sure. Amazing.
Yeah. Collateral damage. They think there's a fire. But they are all down. Gort, nursing, bruising.
You need to get out of here.
Keel, whether the stress is really plot armor till it turns into a wound. So Keel is not bleeding, but he is. He had to dive out the way, banged his head, hurt his shoulder. Who knows? So, but then the fire alarm has gone off.
Yes.
Where does the plan go now, friends?
We got to get out of here. Is there a back entrance or back exit?
Well, I mean, so far you've got in. The question is, are you just going to run for it now? There's been a bit of mayhem. Let's leave.
That wouldn't have achieved anything.
No.
No.
So I go back to my question.
Yeah. Let's go with the plan and release all of the prisoners.
Release.
What about shuttle?
Find the mutants and release them. Is that the priority? Destroy the refinery or destroy their shuttles. Those seem to be the 3 primary options. Gort, what do you think you should be doing?
I think we should destroy their refinery, but slowly. The mutants can survive a lot of radiation. These
Okay.
guys can't. Let's poison them long term.
Oh,
Measure it.
the cunning
Measure it so
ploy.
you can't see radiation. They'll just start getting sicker and sicker and sicker.
Oh, wow.
And we've got a man that's awesome at that.
Well, Teal, if you could get to the processor, the purification, can you manufacture a kind of slow but not insignificant leak into the air conditioning?
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Yeah, totally. I can do that. Yeah, easy.
You're like, sure, yeah, of course.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so let's have you. This is brute force to provide an immediate solution. It seems to me you don't have much time given the alarm is going off. Is that fair?
Yeah, I have a cheeky question.
Go on.
So I got I didn't when I did my shady, I filled up my experience thing.
Oh, right, okay.
Can I take an improvement now?
You can.
Okay. In which case I'm going to take jury rig. There's an additional cost of success I can choose for you to give me an additional cost of success, but I'm rolling with advantage on a make or break plus force.
Okay, hit return on that so I can see it.
Yeah.
If you accept an additional cost, the GM describes you can roll to make or break plus force with advantage. That works for me.
Sweet. So
I'm seeing you kind of hunched over in the dim night of what passes for night. I think we got 2 moons. Didn't we have 2 moons? So
Yes.
in the dim light of 2 moons, we see you crouched down, working on trying to connect the exhaust fumes from the purification chamber into the air conditioning for these habitation units. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. And
roll to make or break with advantage plus force.
Yep. Force being 0, but advantage, and
3
hopefully
dice. I mean, poor.
you know, I've demonstrated that a 10.
Look at that, a 10.
Fight.
Fancy that. Okay. 7+, you succeed and gain advantage to exploit the change you've made. On a 10+, there is no downside. So that is done. But there is now a significant amount of activity going on between where you are and where your shuttle is.
Yeah.
And I think we probably have to see, Chief France bursts out of his where he's a bit drunk and he's saying, "Where the fuck is Rima? Check the toilets." So it looks like they're now looking for Rima, but they're also wondering where the fire is.
Mm-hmm.
So how are you going to get from here to the shuttle? And are you going to do anything on the way? I'm just curious.
Where are their shuttles, the ones that are supposed to be taking off?
On the pads near you.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's give them a
you
fire.
might even have to go past them to get to yours.
Can you disable them?
Oh, I can disable them. But I can also fly them.
Well, there's 2 of them.
And there's 3 of us.
We can do math!
We did discuss this last week that there clearly will be some device against generating wealth in this method, but let's roll. I mean, spotlighting an awesome move you have, Rima. You
mean
get hard to reach. It's one of the lines on "Just Do It."
Your daredevil move.
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Get somewhere hard to reach.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So Rima is going to go to one of their shuttles.
Yes.
Keel is going to go to another of their shuttles. And Gort is going to go to your shuttle.
Oh,
yeah.
I like this.
I maybe I will sabotage with Gort's help one of their shuttles.
So not fancying that finesse plus 0 then
Just,
for that pilot. I mean, bear in mind that you chose agility as or agility was chosen as the feature of your shuttle. So you would be, if you flew the Razor Edge shuttle, you would be rolling with advantage if
okay.
things
Well,
got
let's do
tricky.
that. Yeah,
Yeah?
you lot are good at finesse. Okay, well, let's do it.
So
It just seems
Rima
very
and
greedy.
Gort steal a shuttle. Keel takes the shuttle that is yours. Yeah?
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
We retrieved our stuff from the bag that the guy
oh
was.
yeah. That's my assumption. Yeah, because it was in the room with you.
Wait. Hold up. Question. Does
Hmm.
that mean that the second of the clan's shuttles is still able to go to take off?
Yeah,
Oh.
because
Yeah. So
you know,
Gort is taking one, you're taking one, and I'm taking ours.
Okay, so there's
Yeah.
3. Okay.
but it is about getting there. And
Right.
Rima, you have your just do it. Overconfidence to get from A to B.
Hell yeah, that's me.
So and then you can describe some cool way of doing it. So this is when you use your coordination, agility, or speed to mitigate or overcome the challenge, which is the challenge is getting shot en route. So let's have you roll plus finesse.
All right, let's do this. Okay. So that's 8 plus 1, 9.
9, 7 plus.
Let's
Say
go.
say
All
what
right.
success looks like for you and anyone who followed your advice. Well, you're not using that variety of the move.
No.
So you get some, but we have to know, is this, do you parkour across how do you get to the shuttle without getting a scratch on you?
You mean without having anyone see me?
Without
Basically?
being seen and therefore shot at, yes.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think I'm gonna dive underneath. So, but you know what I'm saying, right? And so I'm gonna sort of sidle along whatever barriers and whatnot are nearby, and then dive underneath one of them to the
Fine,
other side
fine.
and get, yeah.
So you're aboard their shuttle, and you are climbing up to the pilot, and
Yeah.
you'll be ready to take off in a moment. Keel, for you have to take the risk of getting over there.
You can do it.
So are you going to try and do this surreptitiously, shady, or at pace, finesse?
I mean, like the most likely thing. We've got all this crazy, noise going on and stuff. Keel is definitely going to think that he can just stealth his way around, right? In the middle of this chaos.
That's roll plus shady.
Let's see if he does.
Oh,
You take the risk.
That's definitely a no.
So that 3 has become a 2. Okay, that's no worse than a 6.
Exactly.
Honestly, you failed. The GM describes the cost of your success. I think inevitably the cost of your success is going to get you wounded.
Oh yes, yeah.
I think somebody says, it's one of those people Rima brought. So I'm gonna apply cost. I think I have to kind of apply stress. That is, I'm going to make it 2 stress. I think only fair. Yeah. So what does that do to you?
So I'm on 3, so that will put me to 2, but with 1 wound.
No, that's 2 boxes. Yes, no, the rest overflows into wound. You're quite right. Yes, 1 wound. What is that? I mean, this is a hit. What is that?
Oh, I mean, it's got to be a classic shoulder shot, doesn't it? That's where everyone gets.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Write the description in there. shoulder shot. Okay. Yeah. Oh,
we've lost Paul.
We've lost Paul just when we don't know if he's going to get to the shuttle.
I know.
I must be said that hotel Wi-Fi looked a bit iffy.
It seems to be going all right, didn't
I'll just check if he's left
sure.
something in the Discord chat.
there is something.
Or the Google chat.
Oh
no. Okay, so we'll assume that he will come back when he can. Rima, you're aboard. Oh, there he is. There he is. Must have put him another shilling in the meter. Are you there, Paul?
I am here.
We hadn't realised you had to go and put another shilling in the meter.
I clearly did.
Keel made it, but not without being shot in the shoulder. So now you are going to take the risk to get there. Is this an athletic dodging run across the open space to the one of their shuttles, or is this sneaky through the shadows, hoping they don't spot you and shoot at you?
So the two options were sneaky or
it's either finesse for pace or shady for sneaky.
I'm thinking like that. Rima probably went out like a bat out of hell. I will also go with the bat out of hell option. Let's go for speed.
Okay, roll plus finesse.
Uh,
and now there is fire impacting across this open space that you're having to cross in the moonlight.
Yeah.
Oh, finally.
7.
Oh, wow. I thought I got another one. Okay, so on a 7, you've told me how you achieve success, which is to just leg it. 7 to 9, the GM describes the cost of your success. I think that you don't get hit, but you do get buffeted about. Take 1 stress. Is that enough to overflow stress into a wound?
It is, but I do have armor.
Oh, you do. You do. For which
But it's operating 1 level down.
It is. So, but you still can absorb that 1 because that's all I was applying. Yeah, and I've just realised, Keel, you've got some armor as well, haven't you?
I do. I was going to ask about that, but we were in the flow.
Okay, so I applied, I think, 3 stress to you for that shot. The way the protection works is you can absorb level 1 harm all day. You can absorb level 2 harm by stressing it.
Yep.
It's no good for level 3 harm.
Right. Okay. Not at all.
Yeah. So you're, because it's improvised. It's patchwork of bits of Kevlar and whatever else, stuffed down the front of your shirt.
Yeah.
Gort makes it. You're all in, Rima, you made it first. And now they're firing at the shuttles. Actually, they're firing at your shuttle.
Yes.
They're not firing at their shuttles. That would be stupid. Until at least one of them takes off. So Rima, you hit the ignite button and off you go.
Okay.
I will make you roll for that. But then, Keel, you were second in to the agile Razors shuttle. So you are rolling to take the risk of, getting a decent takeoff because the fire is concentrated on you. Roll with advantage for the agility of the ship, just to see if you can avoid that rocket launcher one of those guys has just kind of put up on his shoulder.
Is there any disadvantage to being wounded?
I don't think so. Because really you're just saying, take me home.
Yeah, I'm just smearing blood all over the all over the instruments, but apart from that, it's fine.
Yeah, it's dramatic blood trickling down the arm onto various controls.
11.
Well, that goes very well. A rocket streaks into the sky, but you just, veer away. And they're not expecting they've they're confused now because one of their shuttles has taken off, and now another one takes off, which has not had any fire constraint on it. And we get that backward view of Fran saying, "They've stolen our shuttles."
Brilliant. Love it.
And I think we cut to all three shuttles landing back at the settlement that you've now, we hope, protected. Because the surviving pirates are going to be slowly poisoned unless they spot it by the leak. You're hoping that most of the mutants will survive.
Yeah.
And I guess, what you could do is to leave a shuttle with Serena so she can go and check on that and pick them up when the time comes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good idea.
And
we've got a whole bunch of whatever they loaded those shuttles up with.
Well, I think it's parts. What I'm inclined to do is if you scrap one of their shuttles when the time, get it back to the Ringgate station, scrap one of them, leave one with Serena.
Yeah.
So she can go rescue some more mutants.
Yeah.
That will give you 2 shuttles to get back to the Ringgate station. Scrap one of them, that will be worth 1 wealth. But it will also allow you to add another characteristic to your shuttle. So as well as being agile, maybe theirs was armed. Yeah. I'll leave you that choice in a moment. But you are going to go in company back to the Ringgate station, or are you going to stay here and complete the survey?
We still got to get the money for doing the survey.
You do.
Can't take us that long.
No. Now I think, particularly with the help of the mutants and all hands on deck, you've got 2 shuttles to cover quite a lot of ground on the survey area. So I'm very happy to hand wave that. I'm not going to make you work through the pursue a longer term objective custom move. You will get that completed over the next week. Your only worry, I suppose, is if a clan ship arrives in orbit.
Right.
And I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that until you take off in the shuttles to see if you are pursued by a fully armed ship. Back to the Ringgate station. Who's flying the stolen shuttle? Is that?
Well, there's 2. No, we're leaving one of the stolen shuttles for Serena. Okay.
Yes.
I think.
And you're taking the one with you that has whatever you want to salvage from it.
Would I have more likely to know its controls because of my time with the...
To be honest, the technology here is very much interchangeable. It's mostly modules plugged together. So fly one thing, fly more.
Why don't you fly the our shuttle? You and I can have a little chat on the way back, and Gort can go and show off in the other one.
Because that would make the most finesse in the relevant ships. So I don't think I want to embark on an entirely imbalanced between a raider spaceship and 2 weak and feeble shuttles. So I think I'm going to just cut to you arriving back at the Ringgate station. I'm going to increase your wealth by 1. You just moved out of scraping by into breaking even when you sell off the scrap from one of the shuttles. What is it that you want to salvage? Do you want armor or a weapon to be added to your shuttle?
Keel? The kid? What do you fancy?
I like both. Can we have both?
No, sadly not. Sadly not. And because you've only got room to dock 1 shuttle in the ship, so you can't take both shuttles with you.
No, that makes sense. Fine. How about a weapon?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Weapons it is then.
The shuttle is now both agile and armed. Not with much, a point defense cannon, but it's better than nothing.
It's on docket. Jeez.
And then it's about going back to the broker to see about getting paid, isn't there?
Yeah.
So there is a move on the moves tab called getting paid.
Oh, I like that.
I think it's highly unlikely that I think I'll describe this. I think that this was a dodgy geological survey company that sent you down, and you've come back with the data they asked for. And where does the scene open? Rima, is this in that company's office on the Ringgate station, or is it in a bar or a restaurant, or you tell me? If something bad happens, where do you want it to go down?
No, I'm trying to. Let's have it be at the office. That's fine. Yeah.
Okay, so it's in
Don't
office
worry.
hours at the office.
Yeah.
Who represents the client? Well, I think it's the guy who gave you the job, who is the local representative of this hub corporation that's interested in exploiting bits of Gladius that it shouldn't be allowed to be near. What reassures you about this location, Gort?
The rest of the staff in the office look reasonably non-shady.
So honest white-collar workers going about their business. Yeah, fine. What nonetheless makes this less secure than you'd like, Keel?
Well, tell me if you consider this to be less secure, but it certainly feels somewhat ominous when we walk into their little office, and then they flick the switch that makes the window go opaque.
I like that. Who knows what's going out there? And he says, yeah, and don't worry, we can be entirely frank, that's soundproof as well.
That's not reassuring.
Then one of the crew rolls plus hospitality. Now, who rolled last time? I can't remember. Was it our fixer who isn't here?
Yeah, I think usually, right?
It was either the fixer or somebody else
who
that's
found
not
the
here.
job.
So Gort hasn't taken that responsibility yet. So I think, Gort, I'm going to give you the responsibility of rolling plus hospitality, which is the ship characteristic. And I think the hospitality is +1.
Let's put the +1 bonus in there.
Close run thing. That is a 7, I think.
It is.
Okay.
7's good enough.
On 7 to 9, agree one of the 3 truths about this meeting. The meeting goes well, you're paid in full, or there are unforeseen overheads, which means -1 to the payments. Now, you are due 5 units of wealth, 4 for the survey, and 1 because technically it's not legal. Yeah. Or the meeting is calm and civil, no one interferes, and the expected payment goes through. Otherwise, a factional complication or an entanglement causes a perhaps violent problem before the meeting ends.
Why would I ever pick the middle one?
Say again?
The first one sounded really good.
Right.
The second one sounded not as good as the first one.
Agreed.
So why would I pick the second one?
Well, there's one more.
Well, there's a third one. 2 of them are going to be otherwise, right? Because you've got one thing that is true. So you have to pick one of these. Do you want to be paid everything? Or do you want to face unforeseen circumstances? Do you want to face interference? And do you want that interference to be now
okay, so
or
I
down
could
the road?
take 1 less money, but it's a walk in, walk out.
Yes.
1 less money, walk in, walk out.
Okay, so you're paid in full, otherwise there's unforeseen overheads. If you take that one, you get paid in full, right? Yeah?
But there are complications.
I thought it was.
But then you will face complications now and possibly down the road.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh.
if you want to walk in and out, then the otherwise becomes unforeseen circumstances. I'm afraid there'll be a slight charge for that. Is that the one? That's what you're wanting, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
You don't want a factional complication now. There
No,
may be one
no,
down the
I'm willing
road.
that they're not too happy. That's the annoyance.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this did take rather longer than they'd understood the
Yeah,
time
there were
frame to be.
complications.
There were complications. So I will then add to your wealth 4 rather than 5, which takes you 1, 2, 3, 4. Takes you within 1 of topping out breaking even, folks. This is kind of, this is real money. And I think probably there is then some. We have to have a scene where you are celebrating this, don't we? We'll pick that up in. Is 5 past long enough just to have a breather?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll see you at 5 past the hour. So I think I'm seeing you in a bar on the Ringgate station, flush with cash, relatively speaking, talking about whether it is time, because early on your first trip out, I think you took some wear and tear, which meant that the missile launchers went offline. So you've been reduced to very close range point defense capability. Now you've avoided any trouble so far, but I feel obliged to ask whether you want to spend some of your accumulated wealth repairing that missile launcher. Keel, what's your view as the ship's engineer?
As the engineer, yeah, we should keep the ship in top nick, right? Otherwise, broken windows and all that ridiculousness. But I tell you what, it'd be really nice to have a nice bar, wouldn't it? In the ship, like this one. I mean, this is a nice bar. Like I'm really liking the cushions stuck on the walls. That's unique. I've not seen that before. Upgrade that hospitality on the ship.
Well, your
comfy.
options are to repair the missile launcher will cost you 2 wealth. Okay. To upgrade hospitality from 2 to a 3 will cost you 3 wealth. You could, though, spend 5 wealth, if you chose to, on one of the upgrades that are to the right of the ship modules. I'm just saying there are some options available for you.
Too many options.
Too many options, so little time.
Yeah, I mean, so Rima, the reason why I'm making this hospitality thing is just because when we do the get paid roll, it's plus hospitality, and it'd be really nice to
do
have
something
a better chance of getting more cash, right?
Not continuing to have potential complications and unforeseen expenses. Gort, what's your contribution?
You've distracted me. I'm just looking at all the upgrades now.
Gort, what's your thinking?
There is some good thinking in Keel's reasoning there. Upgrades are nice. They're very expensive. If we were to go for an upgrade, I would suggest something to do with the scanners.
You love your
just
scanners.
End up in a world of... Pardon?
I'll tell you what, Rima, this is one thing that you've got to learn about Gort.
Yeah.
He loves his scanners. It's just scanner this, scanner that. And I'm thinking, what do we want scanners for? We could have a bar. I mean...
You just want to go have a look. You don't need to scan it.
You're not selling this in any way, shape, but in the cost of an upgrade, I'd say let's improve the hospitality.
What are these?
There seems good reason there.
But should we also fix? I mean, this is turning out to be expensive, but a big fit. Should we also fix the missile launcher as well? Which is
that would
five.
cost you a
Which
total
is
of 5.
yeah, total of 5, which is puts us back on
Scraping by.
scraping by.
At the
Mhm.
very top of scraping by,
No, don't want to be at scraping by.
Why not? Oh, you want your mercenary job, don't you?
Well, it's jobs and also the other things that, I mean, speaking meta, you get a lot of things for being in that higher category. Like you get 2 cred rather than just 1 cred.
Mhm.
That's a nice little bonus that you get to use twice rather than once.
Decisions.
I like here on hospitality.
What I think I'm hearing is that come what may, hospitality should
Oh,
get
yeah.
better.
Sounds good. Maybe
Yeah.
survival.
Oh, now you're beginning. Don't throw a different thing in. I'm going to charge you 3 to improve hospitality because that improves all of your living accommodation, your quarters on board. So we go from a bunk and a wash basin and a flannel to actual what might pass for a cabin.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's no bad thing. So that costs you 3.
Uh-huh.
You're still breaking even. If there's nothing else to buy that isn't going to push you back down into scraping by.
Ah.
Are you done?
I'm done, but
Yeah, sorry, Space. This has got quite technical quite early in your time with us.
Yeah.
I
totally
apologize.
fine.
Why did I offer players so much choice at this point in the game cycle?
I'll stick and not twisting.
Yeah, okay. So Keel, you've got your hospitality, but you're going to keep running with a dodgy missile launcher.
Okay.
Okay, there we are. Job done. Okay. And now it's about finding a job. It's finding the next job
How do we do
and
that?
deciding whether you want this to be somewhere else or in system. With me bearing in mind that there is the possibility of some complications down the road. So, because now both the RGA and the clan may be interested in you. So it's all getting very interesting. So, which of those jobs on breaking even are you interested in looking for?
Oh, that's where the jobs are.
Yeah. So
And the value is what we get. from
Somebody's
it.
highlighted mercenary
That's
job.
why you want the mercenary job.
no,
Yeah,
I don't want the mercenary job. The blue skin guy wants the mercenary job.
Actually, it was somebody that's left wanted the mercenary job. I am well equipped for the mercenary job, I must admit.
Uh-huh.
But no, to be honest, I'm happy with it with any of them. That wasn't my reason to stick in.
I really
breaking.
enjoyed the investigative job. Was that one an investigative one?
It
as well?
was. It was. You answered a question for the client.
Yeah. I do quite enjoy those. Like I really enjoyed the first one we
They're
did.
now worth less.
And that was a good one.
So, what are we thinking? What kind of job are we looking for?
Oh, sorry. Go, Rena.
Oh, me? I would be happy with either investigative or mercenary, but let's do investigative, I guess. I don't know.
Okay. So there's
Gort, come on, speak up. Tell us what you actually want.
No, I'm happy. It pays less now an investigation job does.
Yes, it does. Yes.
Because the higher up the ladder you get, Space, the riskier the jobs become for decreasing amounts of wealth.
Yeah.
Because life's a bitch. So I think I'm hearing you're interested in an investigative job. Yeah.
Yeah.
In system or elsewhere?
Yeah. Do we need to keep running? Like Keel at the moment doesn't feel particularly stressed out about these things, but
Lima definitely does.
Yes. Yeah. I think there's something to suggest you might want to leave the system,
right, okay.
because presumably there is a clan presence out there.
Uh-huh. They might want to have some words with us.
So this sounds
Let's
like
do
a
move.
different system. From here, you don't have many options because the ring gate in this godforsaken hellhole only takes you to one of two places.
Yes.
It either takes you back to Hub, which you left because you didn't want the RGA on your tail, or the Long Cloud, where the Guild of the Metal Flower may want Gort to do something for them because
Take me
he's still loyal
home.
to them. Difficult choices, colleagues.
Yeah, let's do that. So are we going to go there and find the job?
Well, if you find a job here, you would get +1 for going through the ring gate, or you can just you can just leave.
Wait, so what's the option? Where are we going?
So there are the ring gate in this system connects to two other systems. The hub system, which
Yeah.
is where the crew left last,
Okay. Yep.
because they're not entirely clear whether the ring gate authority is going to cause them a problem because of events.
Of course.
So the more likely destination might be Long Cloud. So you could run to Long Cloud now and just look for a job.
Yeah, let's do it.
But mechanically, if we pick up a job here,
Yeah.
the outside, and we get an extra.
You do.
You
get an extra
coin.
wealth.
But I mean, correct.
Oh, Paul, you're
Hotel
frozen.
Wi-Fi comes.
Yeah, put that shilling in.
All right, I'm gonna ask a question while Gort finishes.
Yeah, ask it.
I mean, wrong, Alan.
Well, we lost most of that, Paul, while you were like this. Oh, and you frozen
and now
again.
he's like that again. All right. So
ask the question.
If we take a job here,
yeah,
and it's out of system,
yeah,
do we have to return here to get the payment?
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Oh, I see now.
So I think we get out of here and then we find a job.
Okay, and given that Gort seems to be glitching.
Hey.
The consensus seems to be, Paul, that it is better for you to run from here, get a job in Long Cloud, because if you take a job here, you'll have to return here to get paid. Okay?
See the logic there?
Okay. So run and get a job. So this sees you entering the ring gate. Rima, the ring gate, the transition is uncomfortable. But no matter where you're going, you always spend 2 weeks in this disorientating ring space where your sensors don't return anything, just a hum. There are strange kind of cooling and heating clunks in the tin can that you're traveling in. But everyone experiences ring space differently.
Okay.
Why is it disconcerting for Rima to spend time in ring space?
That's a good question. I feel like it reminds me of the sort of there were periods of time back home when the environment would get toxic with whatever pollution was in the air. Like once it reached a certain level, it would make you sick in a very specific kind of way that this is
Mm.
reminding me of.
Mm.
Ah, right. Yeah, right.
Ooh.
So,
Is this Rima's first time to go through the gate as well?
I think that's highly unlikely
Oh
because
yeah, because you're
we
from a
don't know
That's how
we
else
don't
would
know
I have.
much about
yeah.
Rima's background yet, but she's had a life between leaving
Yeah.
um Geshen and being captured by the clan.
Mm.
So we'll find out a bit more perhaps about Rima in our downtime section. So you're going to Long Cloud. Um,
Not Gishin, Brius.
Brios, sorry, you're right. I beg your pardon. Yeah, sorry, yes. Self-reliant, not poor. Fine. Okay. Where you have chemical fuels, a level of mass production, and we kind of were envisaging the planet Bruise as a bit Mad Max.
Oh, it's pronounced
Shortages of
Bruce. Got it.
water and
Yeah.
petrochemicals and
Uh-huh.
warlords hoarding them. Um,
Yep.
and there is a faction working there called the Fragrant Choice, who act as negotiators between these warlords. And people are squeezed in the middle. That's what was in our mind when we roughed that out.
Love it.
So into ring space you go, and there is that it's that kind of catch at the back of the throat, the back of the nose, that kind of slightly acrid smell that you remember that makes you feel at risk of vomiting. Is that what we're talking about, Rima?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
The eyes do something wobbly too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's 2 weeks of that is wearing. Yeah. But when you emerge at the other end, um, I am going to charge you one to refuel, and then we need to look at the downtime tab. But also, you need to keep in mind what your background offers you in terms of downtime. There is, if I can find the right row,
40
look at row
to 50.
46 for your downtime
Mm.
modifiers. There are two kinds of downtime move space. One of
Mhm.
them is a flashback to something that happened on the ship during the 2 weeks in ring space. And one of them is something that happens on the ring gate station.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And in your case, as a self-reliant, it says ring space flashback scene, roll with advantage when scraping by and reflect on how your upbringing prepared you to manage resource shortages, physical discomfort, and emotional challenges. In a Ringgate station scene, roll with advantage if you cut loose and enjoy the pleasures of civilization that were so rare on your home, or put your ear to the ground as you explore a new space, a
Mm.
new place. Okay? So
Mhm.
there may be benefits in you making certain choices about what you use your downtime for, is I think what I'm saying. Okay?
I see. So
Yeah?
depending on which sort of narrative scene I go into, I get this advantage that becomes relevant when we
Yeah?
go back. Okay.
I'll
Great.
I'll I'll run through it with Paul and Teast first, so you've got some sense of how this rolls as a process. Yeah. So let me begin with Gort. Gort, do you want a flashback uh, to time in ring space, or do you want a Ringgate station scene?
I'm going to go for a ring gate scene, please.
Okay, I'll put that aside for a moment because I want to get the flashbacks out of the way first. Keel, what about you? Flashback or Ringgate scene?
Probably going to go for a ring gate.
Okay, so much for the demonstration. I tell you what, remember, I'm going to go through one of those Ringgate scenes just so you
Uh-huh.
get some flavor of it, yeah?
Yeah.
And then maybe you can make an informed choice. Given that the players have not helped you to make that choice, I want to point
Sorry.
out. It's when you find out who your friends are. Um, Paul, let's go to Gort first. Which of those Ringgate scenes do you want? Check out the biz, cut loose, find a friendly face, or put your ear to the ground?
Check out the biz.
When you say where you go and what you do to discover how to get the best jobs, roll plus cred to oil the wheels. Oh, would each of you set your cred at 2?
Oh, mhm.
Because your disposables are slightly more significant now with your breaking even. You're able to parlay a bit of decent credit. Cred is both financial credit space, but also your credibility in the sense of your reputation as a crew.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, Gort, where do you go in search of the best jobs? How do you seek them out?
Well, it's got to be somewhere horrendously luxurious. So we're talking, the Four Seasons, the Intercontinental, some really sort of top-rate hotel. So, I'm looking for businessmen, some real big people, because
Yeah,
I'm going to lay it on large
I
here.
think at breaking even, it's probably the bar of the Four Seasons rather than a suite.
100%. Yeah.
So loitering with intent for the people who are actually
Yes.
staying here. Yeah.
But I'm going to
Okay.
buy a few drinks.
Oh yeah, of course. Hence the cred. Roll plus cred. Roll plus 2.
Now, if it's to do with my bonus,
Yeah. What does that do for you?
it's all about luxuries. That's why I said it.
Oh, there you go.
It's roll with advantage if you immerse yourself in the luxuries you could only dream of when growing up. I grew up in a rad zone that
You,
didn't even have,
yeah,
didn't even have anything like this.
yeah,
So
yeah. No,
that's my rationale.
you can have advantage for that. Perhaps just as well.
12.
12. Okay, so the move says on a 10 plus, on 7 plus, you are going to hold advantage when the crew next tries to find a paying job. On 10 plus, say how what you've spent time doing generates an additional opportunity to fix, refresh, or heal. Refresh will clear your stress track. Heal will clear a wound. Fix will clear a red mark on a piece of gear.
So we get one of them anyway, don't we?
You do,
So this is
you do, and I should have done that one
no,
first.
this is really good. Because I think a few of us do need it. So this is 2 of them. So I think sort of while I'm here, I get talking with I get talking with a doctor. Invite him to our new hospitality suite that we've just had installed. This bar, while I like the Four Seasons, my credit was draining way too quickly. So I've invited this person back to our awesome bar. Although when I walk in there, it doesn't seem quite Four Seasons. But I'm hoping they're still reasonably impressed.
Yeah, I think clearly you found someone who enjoys slumming it.
Yeah.
And there are at least 2 bottles behind that bar.
Exactly, and one of them's in date.
So, does that help you? Does he slip you a stim patch to just help you keep going?
I think so.
So you can clear your stress track, and you're not wounded, are you?
No.
No. And then presumably you've used some time on the trip to fix your vest.
What kind? We're doing an investigation job. Yeah, I'm going to go with a vest.
Okay. So the fake credentials require. Oh, the fake credentials are auto fix, so you get those back anyway. So remember, you have an advantage to play with when you come to find a paying job. Keel, how are you spending a bit of shore leave?
Now I have to be not injured, Alan. So what?
Well, look, you.
So we refresh our cred.
2 weeks in ring space will
Yeah.
have given you one opportunity to recover. That's either clear your stress track,
Yeah.
clear one wound,
Yep.
or fix an item.
Yes. So I will clear that one wound. So I'm all patched up, but I'm
Okay.
still feeling very stressed.
Okay.
So
I've done that.
all right. We both did that. So then, right, okay. Do. Sorry, I'm just because I really want to do something to do with the look. I'm going to retcon. I'm going to just so that we can show the two different kinds.
Okay.
And I'm not going to unmark my stress at all, and I'm going to roll with my worst stat. So, it's all going to be awesome. So I'm actually going to flashback to traveling through ring space. Remind
us what effect ring space has on you. I think you made a note down the bottom.
Yeah, I did. Oh yes, yeah. I hear whispers in the hum of the machinery. So all the engines and the computers and everything are talking to me, and it's a bit unsettling, as you can imagine.
What do you think they're saying to you? Or is the frustrating thing is that you can't work out what they're whispering to you?
No, they're telling me like all the gossip about the other bits of machinery. And it's like, come on, just stop bickering. And they never stop. It's just always, oh yeah, he always gets the nice oil and I get the terrible oil. And
right. That's very concerning. Yeah. Why did you slaughter the rest of the crew? The machinery told me that if I didn't, they'd gang up against me. At least they're bickering now. So yeah, fine. So which of those scenes do you want to frame?
So I'm scrolling through all the recent media feeds and I'm trying to find out is that what when you visit Chippewa where you reviewed your knowledge in recent media feeds? I'm trying to find out information about the RGA and essentially because we are on the run from them and I want to try and work out how we might get back in their good books.
Okay. So let's have you roll plus shady.
Just watch me roll plus shady. Come on. Oh, way! Look at that.
Wow.
Welcome to my world, Alan.
Wow.
10, by the way.
10, yeah, okay. The GM will give you something specific. So you want to know whether the RGA is still after you, whether they were ever set off after you. And on a 10 plus, say how what you've seen generates an additional opportunity to fix, refresh, or heal. I think that there is nothing in the media about them chasing you. You get the distinct impression, though, that if you went back to Hub, you could expect a warm welcome. So it doesn't look like they consider that you are that you're a flight risk. They are not chasing. But were you to return to Hub, that might prove more problematic. Does that seem like a fair answer?
So they're not chasing us down, but they definitely want to have words.
Yes, I think that's very fair. Yeah.
We are persona non grata in Hub.
I think so, or at least with the RGA. They are a significant power broker. They are the significant power broker. But there are other things going on in Hub than the RGA, but they are the ones you have to worry about because they control the ring gates. And And how does that make you feel that you can, what that relief, how does that relief manifest in terms of an extra opportunity to fix, refresh, or heal?
Yes. Oh well, it reduces those stress levels, right? Because that's what I was concerned about. Should we go? Shouldn't we? Are they going to be? Are they chasing us or not? And it's like reading through all this stuff, and it's like, oh, thank goodness they're not chasing us down. So, time to breathe.
So you can clear all those stress, and then when you arrive out of ring space, you will have got a fix to play with to get rid of your wound as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The normal one, yes.
Yeah, the normal one.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So that gives you a flavor, Rima.
Yeah.
Do you want to have a flashback, or do you want to do something on the Ringate station?
I guess the latter, because I would like to put my ear to the ground.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
yeah.
So when you say where you go and what you do to pick up some local knowledge, and I guess the description of where you go should kind of relate to the kind of thing you want to find out about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the Four Seasons is unlikely to tell you much about pirates and raiders.
Right.
You with me?
No, I need to go somewhere seedier than that.
Okay. So I'm imagining somewhere in the Ringate stations are all gravity here is driven by centripetal, centrifugal, or acceleration, deceleration.
Right.
So the middle two decks of the spinning Ringate station have got very comfortable gravity, and then if you go further down, it gets slightly heavier. You go further up, it gets a bit lighter. So I'm imagining you're down in one of the lower, heavier gravity kind of locations,
Okay.
and yeah, you're in some seedy dive bar.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
What do we see you doing in order to put your ear to the ground?
Well, let's say I've changed the way I'm dressed to fit in, and maybe disguise a bit. I don't know how well I'd be able to do that, but and what I'm hoping to find out, honestly, is if the clan has already put out the word about us, about me specifically.
Mhm.
So does anyone, I kind of want to know, yeah, like have they, because if they're looking for me, and I feel like they absolutely are, uh, then I want to know who they would have uh pulled in to help with this.
Okay, okay. So let's have you roll plus cred as you oil the wheels. So roll plus two.
Okie dokie. All right. See what happens. Oh, 9.
9. Okay. So I will give you specific and relevant, or might even ask you to answer your own question.
Ooh.
Now you tell me that you're pretty certain they're going to come after you.
Oh yeah.
Um, is there someone that you heard about that people are frightened of? Because that's the name that bubbles up.
Mm. Oh, you're talking about Maxie. Yeah. Yeah, Maxie, it's a bit of a bounty hunter type, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, so somebody now what I'm assuming, what I've heard is that not only that Maxie knows about me and has accepted the job of trying to find me, but that he has a bit of a personal uh what do you call it?
Grudge?
Grudge, yes, let's say. So, yeah, I'm kind of doubly fucked in that sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to come back to you in a moment because I think we can begin to flesh out some of your backstory around that.
Yeah.
Um, uh, and it was 9, wasn't it? So that's as good as it gets. 7 to 9. The GM describes the cost of your success. Um,
Okay.
I think there's a factional complication. They are not letting this one go.
Okay.
So the clan, in the
Yeah.
form of a bounty hunter called Maxi,
Yeah.
is after Rima.
Good times.
Okay. Let's just spend a moment with Rima. You have, if you go all the way down the bottom to about row 75, 76, right? What is your culture society like? The reason it's so hard to get by, the reason you are so self-reliant in your society is because of that petrochemical and water shortages, warlords hoarding stuff, expanses of desert between these warlords' holdings. But then there's a question. It says, you left when someone else paid a terrible price so you could live. Who paid that price? What happened? And how did your escape shame you?
I left when someone else paid a terrible price so you could live. What happened? How did your escape shame you? Oh, well, I mean, this would be my little sister, clearly.
Okay.
Yeah. And I mean, so yes, my little sister, Junie, the terrible price that she paid was to become beholden to one of these warlords.
Ooh.
Yeah, and you can fill in the blanks as to what that means about her life. And so that's, I mean, obviously, that would weigh heavily on me.
Well, let's ask ourselves that question. Can you
Yeah.
see that beneath there it says
Yeah.
entanglement? And there's a drop-down list. Which of those entanglement best describes the burden you carry with you still?
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna say guilty about what happened.
Okay.
So, yeah, I feel guilty that my sister, a younger sister no less, was caught up in that.
And how do you assuage or numb your guilt?
Oh, the usual ways. Let's see.
Sex and drugs and rock and roll.
Yes. Mostly the former, the first. Yep. Not so much. I mean, alcohol, obviously, I have no problem with the alcohol. Yeah. Rock and roll. I don't
Okay,
really.
well, where it says detail,
Yeah.
give me something to hang some future consequence on.
Sure. Okay.
And in answer to the question, you left when someone else paid. Something about Junie and the fact that she ended up taking your place in the in a relationship with one of these warlords.
Mm-hmm.
Came for you, you ran, took her. Yeah.
Yep.
And we may not yet join the dots on that, but be interested to see whether you ever revisit home and what you might do if you got there.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So Maxi is not connected to that, but maybe he's connected to what went on between that and when you joined the crew.
Exactly. Yeah.
We'll pick that one up at a later date.
Okay.
So does anyone want to have because I'm just looking at the clock. We've got about 10 minutes. Does anyone want a brief scene with somebody else as part while you're on the Wingate station? And then we'll pick up next time with find a job and decide what to do, go forward.
Did Space want to do factions?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I just wanted to give all three of you a chance to interact if you wanted to. Simply because both of you have sat patiently still while we fleshed out a bit of Rima's backstory. But if there's no urge for a scene to explore a bit of character, I'm very happy for us to just have a chat with Space about factions.
I mean, I'm up for a scene, but nothing is jumping out at me. So I don't know if Rima or Gort wanted to
Well,
have.
look, shall we pick that? Shall we start next time with an opportunity? Because we might have our fourth player back then.
Okay.
So let's
Do that.
let's think about some a bit of space for a bit of character interaction next time. And for now, let me take you up to row 52 space. Um, your relationship to these factions, these are the factions that currently exist in our cluster. You have 3 debts and 1 favor to allocate. The fragrant choice are those negotiators, couriers from your homeworld.
Yes.
The Neural Sisterhood are the ones who are pursuing Gort because he got off. He escaped that hellhole where you first met the crew. The Guild of the Metal Flower are the people that Keel used to work for, and you are now in their system. They're a bunch of slightly cynical merchants, traders, industrialists, whatever. The Directorate is the authoritarian society that rules one of the systems with a rod of iron and is getting a bit expansionist. The Clan are the people you are running from, and the Serpent Circle are they're more rumor than truth. That there's a kind of mysterious planet in a mysterious system where not much comes out of there, and there's talk about a group of people there who have some kind of special powers.
Intriguing.
And I don't know if any of these decisions about where you're going to put 3 debts and 1 favor, whether that might again begin to link us to why Maxi has a grudge. Don't know.
Yeah. So Maxi, okay, let's think here. I don't think Maxi is from the clan. I think it is just
He's a
somebody
freelancer.
exactly,
Yeah.
right? But he is probably from this area, so the Guild of the Metal Flower would sort of potentially play a role in that relationship, connection, whatever. Um,
Well, look, I tell you what I'm going to do then. I'm going
yeah,
to make your relationship with the clan, they feel that you betrayed them.
100%. Yeah,
Yeah,
that works.
fair enough.
Yep. And the fragrant choice, so those are the folks back home.
Yeah.
I think that honestly, I think they're the ones that do you think that they might have been the ones that actually orchestrated that the
Oh,
whole thing between me, and
yeah.
yeah. So and in other words, they made the decision that my sister would take my place,
Oh,
right?
wow.
So yeah, it's a bit
I mean,
bit
to the point
tense.
where could you leverage a favor out of them on that basis?
I yeah, potentially. Yeah.
Okay.
It would require some work, but potentially. So what would we call that relationship? Is that
Oh, it's still independent.
okay?
I don't think that you're loyal
No.
to anybody particularly. I don't because I think that might tie you down a bit in given you're very early on in this.
So should I put favor on there, or what are you saying?
Well, if you selected 1 favor that the Fragrant Choice owe you,
Yeah,
because you feel guilty, but you know it was their fault, and they know it was their fault.
yeah, yeah. All right, let's do that. So then I need 2 debts or 3 debts.
3 debts with different factions, so you can't have a debt and a favor with the same ones.
So what would it mean for me to have a debt to the clan?
Um, well,
Did I take something from them?
I mean, at the moment you've betrayed them, so they think they're sending somebody after you. You don't need to have a debt just to have Maxi.
Oh,
Maxi's going to turn up. Don't you worry.
I okay. Well, the Guild of the Metal Flower, I'm thinking there's probably a debt there somehow because that's where the majority of my time between what are we calling it? Bruise? Bruise.
Between your upbringing, your escape from
Yeah.
Bruise.
Yeah.
and
And
and getting captured by the
by
clan.
the clan,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, because there is a question about, your daredevil, were your skills honed in extreme sports as a stunt performer or in a corporate or military context?
Where do you
And
that?
and
Where
in
is that?
terms of the tactician, I'm on row 69. Were your skills honed in the military or corporate fields, or were they relevant elsewhere?
Oh,
Um, so maybe we know that Gort worked as a member of a no, as he worked security for the Metal Flower.
okay. Yep. So maybe we actually know each or not.
Oh, now
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
there's an
okay.
interesting possibility.
I like this. I like this.
At least kind of ships passed in the night somewhere.
Exactly. Right. Not well, just sort of, but
Yeah, 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 yeah.
which would explain how the me joining the crew.
Seemed like a
Yeah.
logical.
Was it right?
Maybe
Exactly.
he always called you kid.
Yeah, probably. All right. And so I'm gonna put 2 down for the Guild of the Metal Flower, and I'll figure out what that means
Okay.
later, I guess. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I need one more. And I'm really intrigued by this serpent circle,
Yeah.
I gotta say. So can I put one there and
Yeah,
not
you
know
can.
anything?
You
Okay.
can.
All right. Cool.
There we go. So I think, we've begun to rough out some of Rima's background. Let's do end of session XP, and then we'll do a quick stars and wishes. Yeah.
Sounds
So just below those factions, there's end of session XP space.
good.
So let me start with Teist. My entanglement was relevant for good or ill.
No,
I aided or supported a crew member or spotlighted them.
no, I was very selfish today.
I,
How did I help you? How did I help Gort?
Yeah, you laid in with the combat with no
Well,
weapons.
we both did that. I didn't feel like I aided. You think
high
about
expertise.
Well, I mean, look, I'll speak in XP if you think I should, but
Yeah, you could have sat there and done sweet FA, but you didn't.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
fine.
Because in truth, you saw
shotgun.
the blue guard
Oh,
taking another bead on Gort, and you went for him with the butt of the shotgun and
Yeah.
ended up getting shot.
yes, that's true. Fine. Okay.
1
Good.
XP. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gort. And any entanglement this time around?
No. No. It felt this session. A lot of stuff happened, but I didn't. Yeah, it was a funny session. Anyway,
Gort, did your entanglement, was it relevant for good or ill?
I don't think so.
No, nor do I. I think only if we'd had the Neural Sisterhood turn up while you were on Gladius. Which now I come to think of it might have been a possibility, but didn't happen. You all rolled too well for me to have factional
yeah.
entanglements kicking off left, right, and center.
Commander putting factions there, and not me.
I aided or supported or spotlighted a crew member.
I think I spotlighted quite heavily. I thought I saw some things for people to do. Didn't push them into it, but I suggested it.
Yeah, I think in helping Rima see, or helping Space see that Rima could do that, just do it, to get to the ship. Yeah, fine. So you can have one for that. And so with that as a kind of model of where this is meant to go, Space, what are you
Yeah.
thinking? I'm going to give you one for your entanglement, because we now know that there is absolutely an entanglement with the clan. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
And your guilt of your sister, you've given me some good hooks for that. So you can have one for your entanglement. Did you aid or support a crew member or spotlight them?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Go on. Tease.
Oh, the whole planning thing, right?
Oh, sure. Okay, that's
You
true.
aided all of us.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
real. Yep,
So you
yep.
can have one for that.
I'll take
And
it.
when you fill that, you will erase them all and get an improvement. I think Teast, you chose your improvement, didn't you?
Yep.
And so has Gort, and Rima has a little way to go.
Yeah.
You can clear that one stress though, because you will have cleared that one stress just by having a
Oh,
rest in ring space.
and the 2 weeks.
However disorientating it is.
I know.
Okay, I think we should have a very quick stars and wishes because I've got a feeling that Paul's internet is about to come go. Teast, any stars, any wishes?
Welcome, Space. It's
Yeah.
lovely to have you here. It's lovely to see you getting into, the backstory and stuff. So that was all very nice. And I enjoyed Paul. The rad sickness faking was very nice. And yeah, so that was all good. Wishes. Well, we're back in my system, right?
We are.
And I
The black sheep has returned.
I have a dead second whom I'm feeling very guilty about.
You are.
My wish is to incorporate that somehow.
Okay, so Keel's guilt. Dot. Okay. Any stars, any wishes, Space? I mean, it's early days, so don't feel obliged.
I mean, honestly, stars to all of you for welcoming me in and helping me in those moments when I was a little bit not sure what was happening. And I honestly, yeah, no, this is probably this is probably the quickest I've become familiar with a system with this many different pieces to it, So that's all on you. And wishes, more of the same. I mean, yeah, I definitely want to flesh out uh Rima's backstory. Yeah. So
And see where Maxie is. Yeah.
yeah.
Paul, any stars, any wishes?
Stars all around. Space, really good playing with you. Nice to have somebody new. A lot less stress for me, so that's good. And Teast, leaning into the combat when we didn't have any equipment. Really good to see the dive in there, and lots of diving was done. And it was very good. But really, really good session. Nicely played, Alan. Again, for coming up with lots of good things on the fly, because our plan was pretty radical, but it felt nice and smooth. So yeah, I really liked that. Wishes. More of the same. This is Teeth's planet, so let's have some of that. Nothing. Maybe a weird investigation. Maybe we've done an investigation, so something just a bit different from. In fact, I think we've done 2 investigations now. So yeah, something just a bit.
Wasn't one of them a recovery or a rescue?
Oh yeah, you're right. Actually, but yeah, something different from the last.
Yeah, so something a bit weird. Okay.
Yeah.
See what I can do. My stars. Thanks, Space, for stepping up. I really enjoyed playing with you. Nice to have you in another game. And for riding the waves of which move does this do? What's okay. And very patiently kind of working through the bombardment of questions that I put to you at various points. So I appreciate that. And putting you under the microscope as the planner. A star to all of you, because I'm really enjoying the plan move. I think the plan move is kind of working the way I've always wanted a planning move to work. It is the heist move, isn't it? And yeah, I'm enjoying these games. I wish I want something to happen in deep space. I want there to be PDC rounds of tracer whirling around in space. I want to see people, having being thrown about as rapid maneuvers are made.
We'll need a
So
missile
yeah,
launcher if we do that.
well, yeah. I mean, that's that. Pacey when it takes a choice, friend. Um, I mean, I will give you an option to spend some more money on that now that you're at when you're now you've emerged at the Ringgate station in the next system. But just saying, sooner or later, somebody's going to find you if you don't find them. Um, and a final question: is it okay if I post this recording?
Absolutely. Yep.
That may be vaguely problematic because I'm having trouble uploading it to YouTube, but fingers crossed. With that, I will stop the recording.